Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you my bookshelf number 3. If you haven't watched the previous two videos, bookshelf number 1 and bookshelf number 2, then please go and check those out. The aim of these is just so I can show all of the books that I own in... I couldn't do it all in one video, as you've probably seen, so I had to split it into a little mini-series. Anyway, bookshelf number 1 was all my miscellaneous books. Bookshelf number 2 was The Tudors, Hunger Games, and Doctor Who, and this is again a bit of an eclectic mix, as you will see, so let's just get on. So for a bit of overview, we are in my bedroom now. This is my entire Game of Thrones collection. I've spoken about it in previous videos before, so we won't get onto it too much, and this is an overview of the bookcase. So this is all of my Game of Thrones books that I currently own. I'm not going to go through them in too much detail because, like I said, I've done plenty of Game of Thrones videos. On to the next shelf, but before we do, there are a couple of things at the side that don't fit. So we have my Katy Perry programme, my Sister Act programme, and my Oliver programme, I believe. Yes, my Oliver programme. I have shown those in previous videos. Similarly, on this side, we have books that I just don't have room for. So we have, you can't really see it, but another Lady Gaga book there. We have Diana, Princess of Wales there. Another vampire book you'd have seen in my bookshelf number 1. I have so many. The Royal Wedding Album. That's the wedding of Kate and Will. That's a photo frame. We have Dragonology, and then a Dandy and a Beano just there. So finally onto the actual bookshelf itself. This section here I'm not going to talk about too much. This is all of my programmes, tour guides, things like that. You know, every time I go somewhere I get something. So for example, this is Lincoln Castle. We have West Midland Safari Park in there. Just a lot of things in there. So I have done a video on all of my tour guides and programmes before, so I'm not going to get into detail with that. But basically anytime I go on a trip or I go to a particular location, for example York Chocolate Story, I like to get the guidebook for that. So, moving on, we have the Lord of the Rings, Gollum, the Lord of the Rings photo guide, and the Lord of the Rings Two Towers photo guide. As I said in the previous video, not the previous video, the first video, sorry, I've never watched or read Lord of the Rings, so I need to get on it. I've kept these books in the hope that one day I will watch the films. Then we have a couple of badges here from the Beatles story and the Cavern Club that I obviously went to with my dad. I do have vlogs for that. Shameless plug. So we have the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers here. I've missed one, hang on. I haven't read The Lord of the Rings, like I said, so I have that book in preparation. So we have A Whole New World, which is a retelling of Aladdin. We have the Book of Wicca. We have Peter Kay's autobiography, that is signed by Peter Kay. Another Lady Gaga book, Talking with Female Serial Killers, because why not? The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I haven't read this yet because I was debating whether to watch the TV series first. Then we have City of Bones. I do want to get into the Mortal Instruments, so I do really need to start. We have 3 Buddha statues here. I have briefly spoken about the symbolism for those. I'm not going to get into it right now. Then we have 3 books in the Night World series. We have the Complete Mindfulness Colouring Book. We have, these two are my dad's that I bought him. I made him like a little memory box because he was born in 1954 and these 2 books came out in 1954. So Live and Let Die, which is a James Bond novel by Ian Fleming, and Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Both quite classic books that I haven't actually read because, like I said, they were dad's, but I'm going to read them and I had to keep them. Then we have a Diana, Princess of Wales book. We have Scottish Histories by Robert Burns, who was a famous Scottish poet. I have done an online course on Robert Burns. Then we have Marie Antoinette by Antonia Fraser. You know, I'm really interested in my history, so I had to get that. That is signed by Antonia Fraser. This is a few miscellaneous comic books, again, that I got from Dad's collection. And then we're on to the bottom shelf, which is my Batman collection. So we have a couple of comic books, just a few. Arkham Asylum, which is my favourite Batman story, Serious House on Serious Earth. We have Batman Arkham Unhinged, which is based on the Arkham video games. This is my dad's collection of Batman comics. I haven't read any of them, but I've kept them all because they were my dad's and they meant a lot to him, so I've kept them. Then we have the Batman Character Encyclopedia. Catwoman, The Life and Times of a Feline Fatale. That's the only book, but I might as well go through the rest here with you. Scooby-Doo meets Batman, The Dark Knight. Then we have my Arkham series, which is my all-time favourite game series. Sorry, my voice is going. So we have Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. We have, this is a bit controversial actually, but it's Gotham City by R. Kelly. I'm not an R. Kelly fan. I don't want to get into it in this video, but it's about Batman, so that's the sole reason that R. Kelly is still in my collection. Let's move on. We have my dad's hat just up there, a box for something which I'll show you, my Funko Pops, which is Catwoman, the animated series, Poison Ivy from the Arkham game series, and Harley Quinn. This is my Arkham Asylum Batmobile, and this is my dad's Batmobile that I've obviously taken. Then we have Poison Ivy there, a figurine. This I got for Christmas, which is a Suicide Squad keychain. I think there's something underneath there, like a McDonald's toy. These are pint-size heroes. So we have the Penguin. I don't want to move them because they're so hard to stand. Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and the Riddler. We have these two vintage figurines of Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I think you can guess who my favourite characters are. We have these Legos here. Then we have this Arkham Knight game guide, a Joker pin, Batman Arkham Universe, The Ultimate Visual Guide, one of my favourite books that I own because I'm that sad, and Catwoman, The Visual Guide to the Feline Fatale. So that is actually this bookshelf complete. I do also have a cat figurine here, which I've shown in previous videos. Just don't ask, honestly. But yeah, that's the overview of this bookcase. So this one's a lot shorter than the previous videos have been, but that is my bookshelf number 3. So please, I hope you are enjoying this series and you'll continue to watch it. There's something else I just want to quickly show you. So I don't talk about this often on my channel because I'm not ready to, but this is my dad's David Bowie collection, which is, you know, technically now mine, and there are a couple of books here, so I thought I'd show you The Age of Bowie, Living on the Brink, and Spiders from Mars. I actually bought this one when I was in Peterborough because I am adding to the collection, and then my dad got me this one, Bowie, and there's a magazine there. So yeah, I don't want to get too much into this because I can't talk about it, but as it's a book video, I thought I'd include these four books to show you. But yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like this kind of thing. There are a few more bookshelf videos coming up because, like I said, I'm making it into a mini series. So thank you for watching and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.